Everything is cyclical. Politics, the stock market, and most importantly, fashion. So, after more seasons than I can count of quiet luxury and minimalist styles and silhouettes and muted colors, the pendulum has swung in the complete opposite direction. Now, one of the exercises that VIP clients go through is they choose three words to describe their aspirational style. And in the last week to 10 days, two petites have selected some version of boho, boho chic and modern boho. And that's about as far away from minimalist and quiet luxury as you can get. It can also be a hotbed for petite style mistakes. So in this video, we're going to talk about how petites can do boho chic or modern boho well, the styles and the silhouettes, and the accessories that are perfect for you and your body shape, and where to find boho pieces that actually fit. Now, in case you're thinking, nope, boho's not my jam, that's completely fine. You'll want to keep watching though, because a lot of the tips can translate and do translate beautifully when you're creating a fun, casual weekend wardrobe. I'm Angela, your petite style coach, and when you're ready, let's dive in. Before we jump into the specifics of boho chic and how to do it well, let's level set and talk about what boho chic actually is. And there's probably a lot of ways of describing it, but first and foremost, it really is a vibe. Relaxed, effortless, and like it's super comfortable and nobody is trying too hard. In fact, when you see someone who you would describe or put into this style category, it feels just the opposite. More of a, I just rolled out of bed and this is how cute I look. No matter which boho style or how you would describe your individual, whether it be street style or goth or festival boho or whatever, there are some definite things that they all have in common. So we're going to touch base on all of those first. The first one is an unapologetic mix of texture. Lace mixed with fur and velvet mixed with denim and all of the other things that you can think of. You'll also see a ton of layering, whether it be jackets or dusters. Another commonality are oversized, very unstructured silhouettes. A super unexpected mix of colors and prints, whether it be florals with polka dots or animal prints. And then finally, accessories, lots and lots of accessories, belts and scarves and layered necklaces and beads with organic shaped stones and gems. So given all of that, you can see how it would be full of pitfalls for petites. Something to keep in mind, though, is that it's best not to try to do all of those things. If you can pick one or two attributes that really speak to you and resonate with you and start there, and that will really create the best base for your boho style wardrobe. Now, despite how challenging it can sometimes be for short girls, there are some petites who do it exceptionally well. The first one that pops to mind is Mary-Kate Olsen. Next is Nicole Richie. Lisa Bonet has done it beautifully for decades. And then, of course, her daughter, Zoe Kravitz. Although I definitely have to say that while they both fall into that kind of boho category, they have very different feels. I feel like Zoe Kravitz is definitely sexier and has more of a street style aesthetic. So we have lots of petites to take inspiration from. Because of all of the potential roadblocks and speed bumps when it comes to boho chic style for petites, understanding your body shape and how to strategically use volume is really critical. Now, if you're thinking, I already know what my body shape is, I'm an apple or a pear or an orange, I'll go ahead and skip the quiz, you might want to reconsider. And the reason why is because we talk about body shape a little bit differently around here. So the rest of this video, plus all the other videos on this channel, will make a lot more sense after you complete the quiz. So feel free to put me on pause. Go ahead. The link is here on this slide, but then I'll also pop it into the video description below. So you can just pop on over and take that. And I promise I will be waiting here when you get back. Okay. Now, we know that when it comes to dressing for our body shape, we accentuate our favorite feature first, always. And that technique works so incredibly well when it comes to boho chic style because of all of the accessories. They're quite possibly the best tool that we have in our style toolbox when it comes to accentuating what we love most about our figure. Okay, now if you've chosen your waist or your bum as your favorite feature, you'll definitely want to consider your belt selection that you currently have in your closet and make sure that you have plenty of options. One of the things that makes the belts here so much different is how much more substantial or thicker they are than what you might have from, like an old pantsuit that you used to wear to the office. They're more dramatic because of the metal detailing, and also they frequently have a super bold buckle. Now, let's talk for a minute about where the belt rests, depending upon what your favorite feature is. So if your bum is your favorite feature, the way that the girl in the picture is wearing hers is perfect, just resting on her hip bones and really allowing your bum to show. If your waist is your favorite feature, you'll definitely want to choose belts that land right on your visible waistline to show off what a skinny little waist you have. If your bust is your favorite feature, layered necklaces are such an easy accessory for you, almost a no-brainer. It's especially good because you don't have to show a ton of cleavage, while it definitely accentuates how perky your bust is. Now, the difference between like boho chic layered necklaces and maybe some with another style aesthetic is the mix of metals and mediums that you want to put together. So really challenge yourself and try to mix beads with stonework and medallions and different colored metals and all of that. So it's a super fun area to get creative in. If legs are your favorite feature, you can 100% do mini dresses. Something to keep in mind, though, is that the boho style has such a great flair for amazing boots and fun platform or wedge heels. So don't overlook the shoes when you want to accentuate and draw attention to your legs. Okay, now there are some accessories that don't necessarily accentuate a favorite feature, but can derail us in our quest for achieving a boho style. So we're going to talk about those real quick. One of the hallmarks of boho chic is slouchy, exaggerated, oversized handbags. So unless you really, really, really need to carry everything that you own and the sink, choose a handbag that's sized more appropriately for your petite height. Oh, there's also a handbag video. I think it's from last season. I'll go ahead and pop the link in the description below. It gives you some tips on finding one that's perfect for you. Now, here is a great example of an oversized handbag that works really well. You'll see that it's more structured, so it's less likely to look messy or sloppy when like somebody with a small frame is wearing it. The other thing that she did that's super smart is she paired it with that very light material scarf and a more tailored pair of pants. You can imagine how much different this would look if the scarf was thick and heavy and winter feeling, and then pair those two things then with an oversized pair of pants. It would easily have overwhelmed her small frame. Another handbag selection that's super savvy is crossbody. Now, with any handbag, it's super important to think about where that handbag is hitting you. And again, that handbag video has some tips on that. But the crossbody is a great combination, a great compromise for boho style. And while you still need to carry, your phone and a lipstick and all of that. We can't talk about boho style without talking about hair and hats. So the awesome thing about hair is the less structured, the less done it is, the better. So it's going to save you oodles of time getting ready in the morning. Hats, much like handbags, we want to make sure that when we're trying them on, we're trying them on in a full length mirror so that you can make sure to check the proportion and the brim size according to your body shape and the amount of curves that you have. It's also really critical to feel comfortable wearing hats. So, because again, it's almost impossible to get that effortless, cool girl vibe if you're not feeling comfortable in one of the items that you've chosen. And then finally, scarves. So another signature of boho is scarves everywhere. So one tip to keep in mind is because they're long, really look for a lighter weight material. Now, if you're not super comfortable or don't really mix and match patterns and prints very often, this is a great place to experiment because you'll see we did have a lot of scarves in the previous pictures, and very rarely were they very coordinated. They were, quite frankly, just the opposite. Like, choose the scarf that you own that is the least right for the outfit and try that one on first. Okay. Tip number 2 when it comes to boho chic is, where do you want to add volume? Because we know that dressing for our body shape is all about adding volume where our body needs it and avoiding adding volume where it doesn't. So the first body shape that we'll talk about is balanced. And just to all get on the same page, we want to add volume to the top or the bottom, but not both in the same outfit. So some examples of combinations that you could put together is, if you want to add volume to the top, think this like big chunky sweater with these very tailored skinny jeans. You could also do it with overalls if you paired that with a tissue or a fitted tee. A bulky sweater similar to hers over a slip dress would be super flattering combination, or even like a quilted or patchwork jacket over a shorter skirt. Again, with the balanced body shape, if you decide to keep the volume minimal on top and want to go volume on the bottom, this is where you get to play around with wide leg pants or barrel or boyfriend jeans, or maybe a fuller maxi skirt. If you have delicate shoulders and a perky bust, you want to add volume to the top while keeping the volume to a minimum on the bottom. So some outfit combinations that you could play around with are rich, luxurious fabrics on top, sweaters like this one that have some heft to it and add some weight. You could also think peasant blouses with a little bit more detailing, maybe around the neckline or poofier sleeves. And then you can pair those with a slimmer silhouette, pant or denim, a thinner maxi or mini skirt, and of course, slip skirts and slip dresses. All right, now if you have narrow hips and slim thighs, you get to add volume to the bottom while avoid adding any volume on top. So some cute outfit combinations for you would be denim or velvet skirts and pants, those looser wide leg or barrel pants, and fuller maxi skirts. And then the most flattering combination is when you're going to pair that with a fitted and more cropped and tailored silhouette on the top, like either a button down or a thermal or a graphic tee. Okay, now you're starting to get your list together. You know which styles and silhouettes you want to try with your body shape. Now, where the heck do you find them? So here's the fun part. Now, most people automatically will think Free People and maybe even Johnny Was. And those are both great places to start. Johnny Was, especially, has some great petite options. But here are some other ones that I thought you might not think of. And I will make sure to put the links of these in the video description below. Altered State, at least for this season, has been a great place to find slip skirts and slip dresses. Three Bird Nest has some fun pant options. Anthropology, I think we could probably all agree, has probably the best selection of prints and patterns. Natural Life has some beautiful cozy sweater options. And then Sundance pretty much has the best boho dress selection you will find anywhere, in addition to a lot of other fun jewelry and accessories and things like that. Okay, before we do a quick recap, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on a petite style tip. And of course, hearing from you is just the best. So please make sure that you leave any questions or style epiphanies that you had in the comments below, and I will get back to you as fast as I can. Just a quick recap. Choose one or two of the elements that we talked about and start there versus trying to do them all. Try to pick an accessory that you both like and that flatters your favorite feature. Really keep in mind handbag and hat size and scarf thickness top of mind when shopping. And choose styles that add volume where you want it according to your body shape quiz results. All right, my friend, that is all for now. Until next time, have fun and stay stylish. Bye-bye.